everybody. We are going live with Chana Najar to discuss a new era of birthing. I have poor connection. I hope that somehow went through. Chana's going to be here in a moment and she will join the live. I'm waiting for her. No. Stop. This is not good. Okay. Hello. Yay, it's working. For some reason, the same internet keeps pausing because of poor connection. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it'll behave from now on.
Okay, yeah, for me it was doing that before too. Okay. You know what? Let me try. I'm shutting my internet.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if this will work. Okay, we'll
Do you
try
see
this
me
out.
clearly?
Yeah. Yeah, I see you clearly.
Okay. Okay,
Do you?
amazing. Yes, I see you clearly. I hear everything. Everything seems perfect right now. So let's
Perfect,
go for it.
perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
so I want to tell everybody, Chana, you've been here before. We have done a live before. People loved it. And yeah, you wanted to come back to discuss more and to share more. You also had something that you wanted to share with everyone. I just want to remind you before we discuss the
Okay, right.
era of birthing. But before you do that, before anybody who's new, who's never met you before, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, perfect. So my name is Chana Najar, and I do massage therapy and a lot of different sorts of healing methods. I started doing birth courses. I'm up to preparation for birth. I'm up to my fourth one. And this is such a passion of mine, ever since, from my experience of deep fear of birth. But this course is not just for people with fear; it's for everyone. Everyone needs this. Just fear gets you in here quicker. So I feel bad. I feel bad for anyone who doesn't have fear. But this is a passion of mine, and yeah, I do. I have a place in Lakewood where I do massage therapy, and I have male and female massage therapists on my team who come to homes, or you can come to us in Lakewood. And yeah.
Okay. So thank you for introducing yourself. I'm really excited again to hear about the birthing. I'm fascinated each time, and I find I also just love everything you have to say and how you connect it to like Torah sources. Okay, you wanted to share something before though.
Right. So I started also teaching Rabbi Nachman's tales. How do we say? Sipurei Maasiyot, the tales of Rabbi Nachman. It's stories of Rabbi Nachman that at the end of his days, he said, I see my Torahs that I'm teaching is not enough, and you need something bigger. And that's where he came up with these tales. And each one it contains like all the Kabbalah, all these stories, and it's deep stories, and these stories, just even reading them or listening to them, even without understanding them, has a deep medicine that opens up everyone's heart. And what we learn it on a deeper level, basically, and that I do on Zoom once a week for free, and the videos get uploaded to YouTube, and it's incredible. Yeah.
Wow. So if somebody wants to, okay, so if somebody wants to see it on YouTube, I assume they can look up your name and find it, or
Right.
look up.
I
Okay.
I think, yeah. I might not
Or
show up the
can
first, but yeah.
yeah. And then, well, how many
I'm
people
not
have the
so
name Chana
famous.
Najar? Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
what if somebody
Yeah,
wants to
my
join
name
your
is
Zoom?
what?
what if somebody wants to join it live, like the
So
Zoom?
they can WhatsApp me. I guess
Okay.
how they get that, we'll figure it out. Maybe leave a comment on the YouTube or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'll leave a link to your WhatsApp or something, or something like that?
Um, maybe on Instagram, not on YouTube. Maybe we'll see.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect,
Just
amazing.
thinking how we're gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's that's that. And really, in this generation, we're getting into Torat Nashim, where you hear me.
Yeah. Sorry, a sound went on my computer when I was trying to
Oh,
turn
I
the
didn't
light.
even hear it.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
sorry. What were you saying?
So there is we have like Torat Nashim, which is especially now, like we need it, we want it, and it's a different way of speaking when it's in realizations from a woman than when you're listening to like a rabbi or, because it's talked differently. Like it says, Kotomar lebet Yaakov and lebnei Israel. It's Hashem even spoke to us women differently than he spoke to the man. Different things inspire us, Some things
For
could
sure.
inspire them, and you're like, that makes me not want to do anything.
Yeah. Uh,
So
yeah.
yeah, okay, and yeah. So that's I have more to say, but we'll we'll leave it to the stories. Whoever wants to join.
Okay. Thank you for sharing about that. And I think that people, yeah, like it's, I imagine that many people will benefit and appreciate it from the stories and from, yeah, I guess it's a sheer. It's a sheer, right?
I guess, yeah,
Basically. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, uh, um, a new era of birthing. I'm actually curious. People were very excited when they heard the title, but I'm curious why you call it a new era of birthing. I love it.
So first of all, I want to start with saying, wow, our hostages came back. Like, I feel like anytime we meet with people, and especially here, I mean, we have so many people watching live, I'm joking. But, the people, yeah, there is a lot of people. There's more than a minyan. And, and it's just to say it, our hostages are home. And sometimes exciting news is harder to digest than horrifying news, bad news. Our systems, right, are made like that, more adrenaline um, attracted, which also we'll talk about more that it, disturbs our birth. But our hostages are back. Wow, Toda Hashem. We all waited for this, and there wasn't a simcha like this in Am Yisrael from the times of Yoshua bin Nun. It's really just to and say it like wow, just so we could digest it more. And it's a new era. We're in a time where we're not like it used to be, where it was birth was controlled more, and we women didn't have so much knowledge and so much power and so much resources. And now we're in a time where we have so much power and so much resources and so much knowledge, and and there's no reason why now someone would go through experiences that are not empowering. And even more than that, we can get to experiences where it's pleasure and it's ecstatic and it's mechayeh metim. Mechayeh metim is now all the time, after birth, during birth. It's now. Ki chayot hena, it says, right? Ki chayot hena, they were connected to life. And when you're in birth, you're with the source of life. You are,
Wait,
that's,
where does it say Kichayotenas? Sorry, I apologize for
uh,
my ignorance.
oh, no, I'm so happy you asked. I would say Shemot, right? In Mitzrayim, where it says
Yes, it's
like,
talking about the Shifra Pua.
when Sifra and Pua, right, they came
Okay.
to, right, and they said, no, we couldn't get there on time. Ki lo kenashim hamitzriyot hena, כי הנשים העבריות, they're not like the מצריות, the Jewish women. They're like chayot, right? They're like animals,
Ah,
right?
ah, okay.
They birth like animals, or they birth connected to life, connected to something much bigger than them, right?
Oh, wow.
And
Hi.
who knows if that's not where they got their strength to keep seducing their husbands and to keep seeing redemption with their eyes, because that is birth is a celebration of life. It's the closest you could ever be to the creator of the world when you're not dead, when you're still alive, and no man could do that. And even if you have 12 kids, you'll only go through this experience 12 times. So it's a tremendous experience, right? And we said also last time, I forgot what it says, maybe in Yechezkel, it says, Vateledna ha'em ve'avalad. I don't remember the exact words, but basically it means the mom and the baby are born together. And we have an opportunity here to birth so many beautiful things for us and for everything, and just connecting to it's chaval to let this beautiful thing to just pass us by, or and
Yeah.
not connect with it. So fear is beautiful. If you're scared, then great, because you're probably going to join this course. If you're not scared, it might take you you're not so motivated to connect, right? But
Yeah.
I actually, I wanted to start by saying, first of all, about you, is that I wrote one, you'll start with saying this and this. So I just want to go back to that.
I love you. Yeah. Sorry, I like totally hijacked the conversation. Continue. Yeah.
No, no, I'm happy with it. So first of all, I love your course, your parenting course that I took for the third time. I'm still in the middle of the third time, and I can't even explain to you how it changed my life and my kids' lives, and how empowering it is. And also, I love the options you have on your site of like coaching, and we've done coaching calls when it's a half hour, and I feel like I gain so much, and just having that option is just so amazing. And you even have the WhatsApp option where you can WhatsApp you, and I just love it because I feel like it's like, even you don't have a budget, but you make it work with all these options. And it's just beautiful to see how every time your course gets better and better, and it's a real, how do we say, inspiration for me.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah.
Thank you so much. That's so touching. I really appreciate it. I know that you've told me this privately also. I really appreciate, yeah, I guess you sharing it publicly so that other people can know. Yeah, I find it very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's very motivating for me to see what a difference, someone can make. Like, if I didn't know you, I probably would be punishing my kids every day. I mean, not that I don't punish now, but sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, wow. Yeah. We
Um,
don't, like, you literally came to one of my first courses
yeah,
years
yeah,
ago. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Also, I want to say how cool it is. I feel very connected with that doing this live now before the course, especially in between the parashot that we are in, right? Last week it was Parashat Bereshit, and this Shabbat it's going to be Parashat Noach. And Bereshit is the start of all the fear, the source of the fear and the pain, right? When Adam was kicked out of Gan Eden, and I say Adam because Chava was not kicked out of Gan Eden, and we're in Gan Eden. It's
Wait,
just
I did
where
not know this.
it's just where our mind is in, right? And so the woman has an easier time connecting to that, because we were never kicked out. But also we see how the punishment, it wasn't, it's in order, right? We said last time, but for people who didn't hear the last live, it's Hashem doesn't punish us. He stirs us in a direction in order for us to connect to him. This is from Rabbi Manis Friedman. And we see that with the punishment that he gave the snake, right? Because the snake, afal, right? His punishment is you'll crawl on the dust, on the sand, and that will be your food. And basically he's saying here, you have everything you need. You don't need me, right? So why is that a punishment? Because you don't need me, and you won't try to connect with me. And he's basically saying, I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear from you. Have a good life. Enjoy. I don't care, but don't talk to me. And with
Mm-hmm.
us, he's like, "Bezeat apecha tochal lechem." Ask me for food, connect me, right?
Yeah.
And 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 for us, it's be'etzev tel dibanim, right? Which is with sadness, right? Not with tremendous pain and horrific, and as we feel, sometimes, or can feel. And there's more depth to that, right? Because whenever in the Torah there is something that feels bitter to us, that's because we're seeing the outside. We're not in the depth. When like a
Mm.
like a fruit, right? The klipa, the peel,
Italian.
bitter, right? And the depth is sweet. And same here, and everything that we learn in the Torah, if it feels to you like it's something, then you need to learn it in depth, and that's where the sweetness will be. And so, and then we have the Parashat Noach, right? That's where we're trying to be. What we're in this course, we're going to try to create that inner teva where we can go in, that there is peace and harmony there, where lions and cats and dogs and deers all live in the same space with harmony and peace. Your fears and your traumas and everything lives in peace. And in Tivat Noach, there was like a special connection that he could talk to Hashem, right? And he, with himself and with his family. And that's what we want. And he's Noach, right? A place of comfort when there is
Mm.
chaos all around. And that's what we work on creating, is that comfort within ourselves, that teva, that no
Wow.
matter what goes on around you, and no matter what direction your birth goes into, you have that inner space, that self-talk, and where everything is in peace and harmony there, no matter what goes on outside.
Wow.
Um,
I really love that. Where were you when I had my first child? Yeah, I encourage everybody to take the course. I totally see why. Like you started by saying that the birth is an opportunity for everyone. No matter what, it's an opportunity for such amazing connection. Yeah, and you're like it's a chaval. Like it's a pity to let it pass you by. But I can so see why somebody who has fear is much more likely to, come to you and take your course and be like, help me be a home to myself. Like you said, I love how you described it. It's beautiful. Um, but honestly, like I know from last time, and I'm sure you'll share more about how really for everyone, it can be such a beautiful experience. Um, yeah, but I love this idea of being like almost like a home to yourself, like a home, a safety for yourself, no matter what. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and we're taking back our power. We're not being dependent on anyone else. We're not being a victim. And it's for life. That's the beauty of it. Because any process that is extreme, that is intense, like birth is, right? Birth is an intense experience. But anything you do during these intensities they come with you even stronger to your whole life. So that's how it impacts your whole life. But now we're only even talking about your gains, but there's gains of the connection, right? Because the birth story is remembered for life. I remember the birth, right? You remember the birth stories of your kids, and it makes you look at them in a certain way, right? And
Yes.
I just talked to one of the last people who took my course, and she said, I just see such a difference of the connection that I have towards this baby.
Wow.
It's so amazing, Um,
Yeah.
and and what's beautiful about it is that I'm not telling you I had my two last kids at home, but I'm not into only in the house or only in the hospital, or I'm into wherever you feel the most comfortable and wherever this birth takes you, because each soul is meant to come into this world differently, and
Wow.
letting go into that. And also a lot of people, they hold hard feelings towards themselves sometimes, like, oh, I had a C-section, but
Yes.
I probably could have avoided it. And, oh, I had a epidural, but I couldn't handle the pain or whatever. And it's it's not you. It's this is the way this child was meant to come into this world. And that's it's just letting go into that.
Wow. I really love that. Last time we did a live, it was right before I was going to give birth. And and you clearly said during that live, like, yeah, this can be no matter what, even if you do epidural, even if you whatever. And it was so helpful for me that you said that, because I did get an epidural, and I still took the opportunity to connect, and for everything that you said still applied, and it was so beautiful. Yeah, it really, really was. And I was able to hold that intention. I really like that you're giving permission for people to be like, no matter what happens, you can still connect. It can still be an opportunity. And also you're saying something even more, that, yeah, like lean into what this soul is, how this soul is meant to come into this world, kind of, is what it's sort of the direction it's leading you in, because of the way it's supposed to be for their life or whatever.
Yeah,
Wow.
100%. There's something so relaxing about that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, um, I want to say, so let's see. And it's right, like I said, it's in any situation. I even had someone who had a stillborn, and she's amazing. But she knew the heartbeat was lost. And she had this baby with connection,
Wow.
with such deep connection, with such beauty. Um, I'm having chills like talking about it. And that when she was holding her baby, who was no longer alive, was very much alive, I'm sorry, but was no longer with us, and will forever be alive, right? And forever be connected to her with a spiritual umbilical cord, and will forever be praying for her, and she will forever be gaining all the Torah that he learned in her, and he'll forever be grateful for her, right? And she was holding her baby, and she was saying Nishmat Kol Chai. And
Wow.
when she looked up, and she was like, Nishmat Kol Chai Tevarech, right? And she was so connected. She felt grateful. She felt sad. She felt, right? But there was so much beauty there, right? And she was looking up, and she's like, wait, she didn't feel like she needs to look up. She's like, this is Hashem right here with me,
Wow.
And that's the beauty of birth, right? Because it's it's Hashem coming into the room, right? To breathe your baby in, right? Um, and it's just an amazing opportunity. But also we have the opportunity, we have the ability to actually experience pleasure, right? So we have the spiritual pleasure, right? Where spiritual pleasure is could just, is bigger than everything physical, could easily take over the physical. But we also have physical components during birth that enables us to have pleasure. So we have the same hormone oxytocin, which is secreted during any time of pleasure, right? Is secreted like trillion times more during birth, and is actually what starts the birth than during intimacy, right? So we have the components physically to really have pleasure. And what stops all this beauty from coming, this connection to Hashem, to yourself, to all the gaining that could happen, is not being in the moment, right? Being in the fear,
Hmm.
being disconnected, right? And these are all things that we work on in the course.
Wow. Wow. So you work on, from understanding you well, you work on things that could get in the way of experiencing pleasure. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Exactly. And so it doesn't mean that you're going to have necessarily no pain, but it means that even within the pain, there is pleasure. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I remember last time you mentioned oxytocin, I'm like, I had like a light bulb moment where I was like, oh yeah, right. Like everybody knows that's what causes contractions. It's oxytocin though. It's like it's the best. It's like it's an incredibly um pleasurable um
the
hormone.
pleasure
Is it a hormone? It's a
hormone.
hormone. Yeah, yeah. Right. It's like everybody knows that. And I was
Right.
like, wow, yeah, that's crazy. Your
It's
body's
like
like
you
surging.
never
Yeah.
even put the two and two together, because it's like it's so far-fetched. Pleasure, birth, like it has no connection, but it has all the connection. It has all the
Right. It's
connection.
literally right there. Yeah. It's not far-fetched at all. Right. And you don't call them contractions, right? What do you call them again?
Either waves or surges.
Yes, yes. I love that. I
Any
love that because
any
the
word
visualization
that
is different.
right, any word that doesn't cause you contraction. Right.
Right. It doesn't bring a contraction
Oh,
inside
right.
of your body.
You
Yeah. No,
know,
but I love that. I love that. Yeah. But like you said, it's right there. It's not far-fetched at all. Oxytocin literally is a pleasurable hormone, and your body's surging with oxytocin during labor. So it makes so much
and
sense
more
that one
things.
would be able to access. Yeah. What do you want to say?
No, and more hormones that support,
Yeah,
that
pleasure. I
support
assume
ecstatic, a euphoric experience.
euphoric. Yeah. 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 So in the course, you basically support people, well, obviously with fear, that's very clear, but
Right.
also with how to really, I guess, connect to life, first of all, right? To godliness, to,
Right. To trust yourself, to give someone permission to trust God, because it's right there, right? That obviously God is orchestrating it and everything is, but sometimes we need that permission, of that reminder and permission, because it's so on the like in front of us is the fact that it's a more of a medical procedure. You know what I mean?
yes,
And here we're
yes.
giving permission that even that it's me'ala teva, it's above nature, and we're giving permission to look at it that way. Even if things have special circumstances. You know.
Yeah, yeah. What's happened is over the years, or I don't know when exactly, the Western world has made it something medical, when really childbirth has been around since forever, and it's always been something that women, it was like very, right? It was like something that was very precious to women, and then it became like yeah, a medical procedure that somehow
Yeah,
men got involved in. Right? And it's like, and again, I think there's room for that. I don't want to talk down to it. Like you said, sometimes it's
beautiful, right?
life-saving, the things that, yeah,
Exactly, exactly.
yeah. At the same time, there's, I think something may have some, for some people in some ways, I think things got, for me, I can say for sure, certain things got lost
Of
because of
course,
that. And I
exactly,
think you're trying to
exactly.
bring it back. Yes?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and taking back the power. You know, it's like we live in a time where it's like, oh, it's the government's fault. Oh, it's the doctor's fault. You know, so it's taking back our power, you know?
Yeah. 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 I mean, listen, the birth is happening in our body, so it would make sense that,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And so just because you said that, it makes me think about it. It's like so many times women, right, like there is the pushing, the how do we say, directed pushing, right? Where they tell you when to
Yes.
push, right? A lot of
Oh,
people, and
shoot.
that,
Oh, I lost you for a moment there.
oh, I said a lot of women are afraid of the directed push of pushing in general. I was very afraid of that. But of the fact that they also direct how to push, and it seems normal to some people, like yeah, they're but it's not. Because if you think about it, even the smartest, most brilliant professor in the whole world that's gonna come to my house now, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
You said this before.
He's
I
gonna
love it.
tell
Yeah,
me when to
continue.
push. Should I go on? No. But also, it's
No,
like,
wait. I want to make that super clear because I love it. You told to me and I thought it was brilliant. You're like, yeah, like somebody else cannot tell you when you're literally when you need to use the bathroom when you should push. That's between you and your own body. You know when you should be doing that. And right, you said he can be the most brilliant doctor in the world, or she, but they right, and I think this is what you're saying here. Continue.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's also just knowing that, just knowing that, and then knowing that also, like sometimes, and that's why sometimes a lot of people push for a long time, is because they're told to push before they're ready, right? Because even if they're 10 centimeters open, it doesn't mean they're ready to, I won't say push, to breathe, because you don't have to push. You just breathe. You're good. Um,
Oh,
and
wow. Yeah.
and so, it's easy to think like, okay, so if like it's like the doctor, right? Because sometimes we look at doctors or very smart people like, they know better, and they do know a lot of other things better, right? But about my own, what's going on within me, I know the best. And when I finish eating, and this brilliant professor that's here, hi, is going to tell me, okay, let's go to the bathroom now and start pushing. You see how that will get complicated. And not that
Yeah.
I'm saying that there is no special circumstances. Sometimes there is, but that's not the norm.
Yes.
Then again, even if someone has an epidural, I would say most of the time, if not all the time, they could feel a pressure, right?
Yes. Yes. I felt
Oh,
pressure. Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone who I've spoken to felt pressure. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
lot of
What I'm
things,
hearing.
just knowing a lot of these things, it's just empowering, it's validating, it's giving permission, not
Yeah.
to degrade the doctor, but to stand up for, your feelings and yeah.
Yeah. I think to stand up for your body's wisdom, for your own wisdom, and for your connection to yourself, and yeah, for what you know to be true, and for the way that you want to do things. I see it as so incredibly empowering and so like really, I think really supports women to trust their body's wisdom.
100%. Yeah. And it comes with you for life. That's the beauty of it. That's the
Ah,
beauty.
I hear what
That's
you're saying.
that's why I told you last time. I'm like, and I didn't explain it so good. That's why I remember it. But I said pregnancy and birth is the best college because you're learning and gaining so much within that amount of time. Anything you implement comes with you for life. You were
Right.
able to, it's a practice that you do throughout your pregnancy. And then in your birth, you do it even more and more intensely. And that's it. You have it for life more strongly.
Yeah. 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 Right. What you're saying is that if somebody, let's say, connects to their body, listens to their body, listens to the wisdom that their body is telling them and follows it, they have that now. They have that trust with their body. They have, right? That's one example. I imagine there's probably many ways, but this is
Many,
what I'm thinking
many.
of right now.
But it's not
That,
complicated. I'm not here to, teach tons of different fancy. I want to teach the least as possible because you'll learn from yourself better than me. The least words, the
mm,
better. The more space, the more you'll learn. The more,
wow.
like my teacher says, the breaks, how do you say, הפסקות הם השיעורים הכי חזקים. The breaks in life, like the recess, let's say recess time, is the most important lesson because that's
Mm,
when everything absorbs in, and that's when you get the bina, right? Right? So I'm not
yeah.
trying this what I said now feels a little complicated, but the what I hope and my goal is to keep it simple. I want these to feel you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do
Yes.
anything. Just breathe.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the most relaxing way possible because that's the only thing you need in birth. Relax. That's it.
Wow.
I had this lady that I met, and a lot of women that I talked to, even for like a minute, and because I'm crazy. I'm like, I love this topic so much, so somehow it comes up.
I relate. I relate. I do that with my parenting. Continue.
So when I see someone and I speak to them for more than a minute, my husband comes and he says, "Are you talking about epidurals yet?" But so sometimes I speak to these women, and they're like, I wish I could give birth again just to experience this." And so whoever that could still, please join so you could. Um, and um, and yeah, so I met one lady told me, she said that she only gives birth with one doctor, the best doctor ever. He takes $18,000 cash, and that's it. She won't give birth with anyone else. He's amazing. So I was thinking to myself, what's so amazing about him? So I asked her, what's so good about him? So he said, he's so calm. He's so calm. That's all you need. That's all a mother needs to support her child in this and herself in this birth process. Only let go. Your body knows. Ki chayotena. Animals don't need anyone, anything. They want their space. They want to breathe and to make sounds and to feel free making sounds, right? Which we also will learn. And just let their body take over. We don't need our itzadat. We want our itzad chaim and our itzdat, the tree of knowledge, but the good part of it. To use our brain, the difference we have between animals is speech, inner and outer. And we could use that tool to our benefit in this journey.
Yeah. Yeah. I love how you said inner and outer, right? So it's your thoughts and then it's actual expression, right? Is that what you mean when you say
Yes,
yes?
yes, yes.
Yeah, and also, oh my gosh, so many things. When you said about like the recess, like yeah, the breaks is where the integration is where you actually feel in your body what the person is saying. Yeah,
Right.
like something, right, where you can actually
It's
experience
the
what they're saying.
realizations. It's actually when you, right? It's the realizations, and when you take your interpretation of it, make
Yes,
it your own.
yes. Yes, make it your own. Exactly. Figure out how it resonates with you, how it lands in your
Exactly.
body, what it means for you. And
Exactly.
and also I love what you said about like you don't want to talk so much, you don't want to do so much. It's like you don't have to do anything. I felt this like huge sense of relief in my body, something and something of like there was almost like a knowing in my body that that's how it should be, like a certain like yes, that's how that makes sense, that's how it should be. Like I almost think like that's what femininity is in a way, you know, just receiving, being. um yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very womanly thing to be,
Yeah.
to sit with something,
Not to do, to
right?
be.
To be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what motherhood is. You know, that's the main thing of motherhood is how you are, how you show up, what you are. Yeah. So I really love that. I'm like, I think like, yeah, you know how you said like every mother take it, you know, I'm just like, yeah, I think that we've moved, like I said, for whatever reasons, we've moved so far away from all of this wisdom, even though, like you said, it's, yeah, there's nothing really. It's like, it's just listen to your body, follow the wisdom. But in a way, we need you to bring us back to that. Like even hearing you here, it's like it's bringing me back to that. You know, it's bringing me back to
Wow.
myself and to my, yeah. And I so see the usefulness of it, like how helpful it is to have someone like you to do that, to support mothers, to, yeah, you know, to come back to this.
Mm-hmm. And I just, sorry, my phone, I'm just charging it, but
Oh, no problem. I was also,
it's
that's why I
like
was like
what I
moving
was
around.
saying.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, me too. That's why I was moving around before. Yeah, continue.
So, like pachad, right? The word fear is dachaf, right? Like push, which means like it pushes you to do something.
Ooh.
But if someone, and that's, but really also what this course is all about is connecting, because it's, just connecting to your baby, connecting to yourself. Um, Sorry. So, yeah, anyone, it's for anyone. Because after the last time, a lot of
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, but I'm not scared. So is this course for me?" And
Ah,
and it was like, "Yes, it is. It's for
yeah,
everyone.
yeah,
Come."
yeah,
And 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 then also a lot of people who asked that ended up having fears, but their fears weren't necessarily about birth. It was about, would I have more energy after birth, or it was something revolving around it, not necessarily the birth itself. You know what I mean? But that also could cause, you not being in the moment in the birth itself, or make the baby come, not come, later because you didn't have space in your energy field for them, right? And babies come even physically, right? They sit themselves in the belly where they have space. And if spiritually you didn't make space in your house, in your heart, then the baby is not going to come out because there's no space. My daughter, she's 4, and she's very close to my husband. And I, for a while, I was like, okay, good. She hates me. She hates me. She loves my husband. She calls me the stupidest mommy ever in the whole world, and this is the ugly dress. So she loves my husband. I'm like, okay, she doesn't like me anyways. Just I don't have time for her. Like I have my other kid, I don't have time for her. And so I'm like, good, let her go to him all the time, whatever. And then lately I saw that the more I'm opening my heart to her and showing her love and affection, the more she's coming to me. And it's like she didn't come to me because I didn't make the space, right? And same with the baby, you know, and they feel everything. They're smarter than us. They could
Yeah.
see everything, you know, and they're learning the whole Torah and they feel you. And it's just such a different experience for the baby also of coming into this world with your connection and your thoughts. Also, don't forget that the oxytocin and the endorphins, the painkillers and the pleasure hormone and the comfort and the relaxation that you feel goes into the baby's bloodstream as well.
Wow. Right, because
So
they're connected to you. Yeah.
right, right. So the class is four classes. We learn about the hormones and the system, um, to just empower ourselves, know what works, what helps. We work on fears in a very, very effective way that is life changing. We work on the deepest fear, which is, you know, Chet Adam Rishon, Chet Chava, and just understand it, you know, on a deeper level. We learn, we connect, we learn to trust ourselves, breathing, connect to breath, and we learn about the how do we say shlavei, the way the birth goes, right? Like the latent phase, the phases of birth, right? And we learn it not only on a physical level, but on a spiritual level as well. What happens spiritually, and it's so
Wow.
crazy.
Wow. Wow. It really, really like I honestly like I always say like I only do lives with people who I really love their message, you know? I really like and I want it for yeah, for the people who are here who listen to what I share. And I just like every time I absolutely love, love, love this. Obviously, like I do parenting, so most of my audience is mothers. I also have some fathers, but and I just so wish this for every single mother, you know, who's still giving birth. Um, yeah, I just think it really it's so in so many ways it connects to the way I try to support parents to parent, you know, about trusting ourselves, coming back to ourselves, the self connection, the wisdom that we have, the trusting life, trusting our children, just the whole thing. There's so many overlaps, but also just I know for myself, like where I came from and how I related to birth. Like you said, you were afraid. I was terrified. Also, just so many things you're saying. I just related to birth so differently. And it
Mhm.
just, yeah, you're just giving women an opportunity to relate to birth completely differently. And like you said, to learn things that will be with them for life, but also I imagine will support them so much in their birth to have such a beautiful experience, you know?
Amen. Yeah, amen. And yeah, I really we had a live. The last live we had was in our first. What's the time, by the way?
Yeah, by the way, I don't mind going a little
Right.
over, but my Instagram is gonna shut at 10 o'clock on both of
Okay,
us. It's gonna
perfect.
kick us
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
What time? What time is it?
Oh, right
Is
now it's
it?
9:54. We have like 5 minutes left before, so I can
Okay.
end it
Okay.
before it
Perfect.
disappears. Yeah.
Okay. So what was I gonna say? Hmm.
You said the last live that you did something.
Oh, right, right, right. The last live. Um. Wow, totally forgot.
Oh, shoot.
It's okay, it's okay. Oh, okay. So the last live we did was and I think I was in middle of my first course, doing my first course, or even before that. So I didn't have any of the feedbacks that I have now. I had some feedback because I did like some one-on-one with women, but I'm so excited with these feedbacks. Like I said, you know, it comes for life, and people are telling me it's changing their marriage,
Wow.
it's changing their mindset of being a victim. Um, I had one lady who told me she didn't have pain at all. You know, it's totally possible. It could be just a beautiful, pleasurable, euphoric, beautiful experience. And and I feel like I had told the extreme that I told you, before, which is completely crazy, right? And from so all story types, C-sections that were beautiful, um
Mm.
beautiful and spiritual and just everything. So I'm really, really, really excited, and I really, I charge money. It's not money. I charge energy, energy exchange. But I'm willing to work with people who, have a hard time. I really, if this is something that someone is interested in, I just want you there.
Wow, I love that, honey. And I still relate to everything you said about like exchanging energy and it being like you want people to have it, but you want to have an exchange of energy so that that way you can still show up joyfully and continue
Right.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and I spend tons of money and still on classes and coaches, and yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's yeah, I think but you're willing to work something out, to figure something out that could work is what I'm hearing. So
Definitely,
that way they can take
definitely.
it.
Yeah, either work or I have some sponsors. So yeah,
So basically if somebody's interested, they should reach out to you. They can reach out to you
definitely.
through Instagram. Um, we're not posting on YouTube or WhatsApp, but I'll post it on WhatsApp, I think, right? On
Yeah,
WhatsApp, if you're
perfect. Yeah.
comfortable. I'll share so people can contact you. They can always ask me if they want your information as well, right? They can reach out to
Yes,
me.
yes, yes.
Um, is there anything else we wanted to say before it's over? No,
That's it.
you said you're having one starting very soon, right?
Oh, right. November 4th is the next one. It's on Zoom.
November 4th on Zoom, so people can join from all over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and it's 8:30 p.m. And you can join, you can show your face, you can not show your face, you can message me with any questions and so on.
Amazing, amazing. Khani, really, I feel like you're doing such amazing work. It's really so, in my opinion, so needed, so helpful, so such a gift, really, to
Thank
all of
you.
us,
Yes,
to our children and to us women. So thank you
yes.
for doing what you do.
Thank you as well.
And thank you everybody for listening. Whoever joined, whoever will
Yeah,
be
thank
listening.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
If
Thank
you
you,
have any
Khani.
questions, feel
Khana.
free to message me. Oh, I like them both.
Okay.
Good
I just want
night.
to end it before it shuts me off so we don't
Yeah,
lose the
yeah,
video,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.